Now let me go back here to Wikipedia. The only biological candidate species for appearing like a native snake in Ireland is the slow worm, which is they're showing that there. Actually, a legless lizard, a non-native species more recently found in the Burin region of County Clare, as recorded since the early 1970s, as noted by the National Parks and Wildlife Service of Ireland, which suspects it was deliberately introduced in the 1960s. So far, the slow worm's territory in the wild has not spread beyond Burin's limestone region, which is rich in wildlife. So these are people trying to bring snakes into Ireland and bring them into the sea. St. Patrick kicked the snakes out of Ireland. You know? You people are, you fucking white people are some lying sacks of shit. Anything to keep the great white lie going. What we're doing basically is fighting against white supremacy. We've been pummeled and broke down and beaten to the ground by white supremacy since coming over here on them fucking dirty, nasty cargo slave ships. Now you're at the end of your kingdom. Since the history is coming out, like it says in Revelation the 12th chapter, and the serpent was wroth with the woman, and he cast out a flood, to drown the woman. I'm not saying it verbatim. And it said that the earth helped the woman. Okay? The earth helped the woman, being the archaeology brought forth out of the earth, showing you fucking white people to be a bunch of lying sacks of shit like you are. And like St. Patrick knew what the hell you were. That's why he kicked you fucking snakes out of Ireland. But anyway, one suggestion by fiction author Betty Rhodes is that the snakes referred to the serpent symbolism of the Druids during that time and place, as evinced on coins minted in Gaul. Chris Wiegand connects big tattoos of snakes on Druid arms, as Irish school children are taught, with the way in which in the legend of St. Patrick banishing snakes, the story goes to the core of St. Patrick's sainthood and his core mission in Ireland. So that's all we needed from there. So now let me go back here to this letter here. So you see, beyond the shadow of a doubt, you got people that falsify things in history. You got people trying to bring snakes into Ireland and get them there to populate, so that way they can forego the lie that he kicked the snakes out of Ireland, which it wasn't talking about people. It was talking about an actual snake or a lizard. It was talking about people that had the characteristic of a snake. In other words, to be sly, to be cunning, to be subtile like a snake. That's all that's talking about. And now let me go back here again. The Vatican rewarded Patrick with sainthood and a feast day on March 17th, according to Anthony Browder. What is not known about St. Patrick is that the snakes he allegedly drove out of Ireland into the sea were not the crawling kind, but the walking kind. That's why I went to Wikipedia. They were Druids, a religious group that worshipped snakes. The presence of Druids and their snake ideologies were a direct threat to the development of Christianity in Ireland and had to be removed. Period. They had to be removed. On the next St. Patrick's Day, how many white people would proudly wear green and join St. Patrick's Day marches if they knew they were celebrating a black man who freed Ireland by driving dreaded two-legged snakes out of the country and into the sea? How many of you would be proud to know that the patron saint of Ireland was a Negro, was a nigger, a black man? And some of you, those of you who are from Ireland, you should know, because that's like common, that should be common knowledge over there. You should know, okay? And as a matter of fact, you Irish are Israelites anyway. A lot of you Irish are straight up Israelites. You're black people.
Well, I know back in England they had signs: no Irish, no niggers, no dogs.
No,
they had signs that there were places where you could not get apartments. It would say no Irish, no niggers, no dogs. Now the reason why they compared the Irish to the niggers is because a lot of the Irish are niggers.
That's right.
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, there's a saying: the blacks the Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland.
No. The Irish are the blacks of Europe.
And the Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland.
Yes.
That's the saying.
Yes.
Right.
Because Israelites was all up there in Ireland, all throughout Europe. Israelites ruled all throughout Europe during the Dark Ages. During the Dark Ages, you so-called white people, you were down, you were in the pit. All right, you were in the pit, you were at the bottom, you were at the sole of our foot. We had you in slavery. The dark nations, we drove you into the caves, into the Caucasus Mountains, in Georgia, Russia. We drove you out. You wasn't doing nothing during the Dark Ages. That was all us ruling. That's why earlier I showed you nothing but pictures of St. Patrick being black on Google. On Google. So nobody ain't got shit to say about nothing that's being said here. All right? And you're gonna see there's gonna be a plethora of images of black images of St. Patrick popping up once I get to do the post-production on this. And needless to say, there was an Irishman who stopped by the camp, and Elder Gabar taught him in the Word, and taught him some things out the Scriptures, and even went into it about the Irish being black, how Ireland was once called Hibernia, which a lot of you know that. They mention of that in the movie Gangs of New York. When the Irish were getting off the ships, the natives were saying, "Go back to Hibernia." You know, the Irish were looked at less than a nigger. The reason why is because you were niggas. That's why.
Isaiah 54:13. Isaiah 54:13. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. Who's the children of the Lord? The Israelites. So all of us got to be taught. So the Lord brought you here today so you can learn a little. Then you go on your way.
Oh, I've been passing by here the last couple of weeks, and I know, I want to learn. I want to know.
Well, I'll show you. Proverbs 20 and 24. Proverbs 20 and 24.
You don't stop unless you want to.
All the answers is in the Bible. You don't know how powerful this book is.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
This book
I'm not saying you're right.
This book is very powerful.
Because you want to be convinced in your mind.
Proverbs 20 and 24. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So the Lord brought you here.
Right.
So you can hear his word.
Yeah.
The Lord, man's goings are of the Lord.
Brought me here.
How can a man understand his own way?
Against the pricks, man.
But no, but the scripture. Listen to the scripture. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Right. You
don't even understand why you're here.
You don't even.
That's how deep this thing is.
I'm a Christian. I'm in Christian lands.
Of course you're a Christian. What's another word for Christian? An Israelite.
Yeah.
The only Christians were Israelites.
Right. Men.
You're an Israelite.
They killed them. Men.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's time for the Lord to raise.
Catholic.
But no such thing as Catholic. The word Catholic.
Well, we still our foreparents set up the Catholic Church, so
it means universal.
Yeah.
And God is not dealing with the universe. He's only dealing with the world of Israel.
That's right.
So you're not a Catholic. You're not an Irishman. You're not a Catholic. You're an Israelite. Be proud of being an Israelite.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where you from?
You're Hibernian, my man. Hibernian.
It says here, needless to say, the real facts have been distorted and reduced to little green leprechauns, shamrocks, green beer, and corned beef. There are more little tidbits of history in Dr. Anderson's latest volume. Just thought you might like to know, and that's from Vera C. McGee and from the Detroit. Vera C. McGee from Detroit. That's the person's email. But the article is called "The Michigan Citizen" from a community newspaper. The Michigan Citizen, 1055 Trumbull, Detroit, Michigan. 48216, and that's the phone number there. So, probably show you a couple clips of when Elder Gabar spoke with the Irishman last Saturday. This is currently Friday night, the 16th. So, once this goes viral on the net, you can post your comments up on the video if you want. But remember, St. Patrick was a black man. Shalom.
John 4 and go to like the 20th
19.
verse.
And not less,
John, the
forget
4th chapter.
St. Patrick, he was the best martyr of them all.
He was a wee bit dark.
Yes.
Patrick was and he was a wee bit dark.
He was Italian, but he was Irish.
No, he was a Scot.
He was a Scot.
Yeah.
He was a Scot.
And he was a wee bit dark.
Yeah.
A wee bit dark. Hey, look, he knows that. He knows that. Hey, John.
Well, that's where the civil rights
back
come.
in England, they had signs. No Irish, no niggers, no dogs.
No.
They had signs that there were places where you could not get apartments. It would say no Irish, no niggers, no dogs. Now the reason why they compared the Irish to the niggers is because a lot of the Irish are niggers.
That's right.
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, there's a saying: the blacks, the Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland.
No. The Irish are the blacks of Europe.
And the Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland.
Yes.
That's the saying.
Yes.
Right. Isaiah 54 and 13. Isaiah 54 and 13. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. Who's the children of the Lord? The Israelites. So all of us got to be taught. So the Lord brought you here today so you can learn a little, then you go on your way.
Oh, I've been passing by here the last couple of weeks, and I know, yeah, I want to learn. I want to know.
Well, I'll show you. Proverbs 20 and 24. Proverbs 20 and 24.
You don't stop unless you want to.
All the answers is in the Bible. You don't know how powerful this book is.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
This book
I'm not
is